Okay, hey, Keith again from Health Ops. So phase one is what we're going to try and accomplish today. So we're going to talk about a battle plan. So if we have a plan for what we want to try and do to improve our health, fitness, nutrition, whatever it is, you have to have a plan. Without a plan, you're really just kind of like you're just shooting in the dark. You have no idea, and most likely the odds are that you're going to probably not succeed. So we know that, and it's been known for, millennia, that without a plan, without an organized plan, you're not gonna succeed. You can going through the military, going through college, going through high school, going through your job training. There's a plan that someone's taking you through the plan, and if you take it through the plan, at the end, you should have proficiency in what you do. Hopefully, if you apply the skills that someone's taught you, in effect. So when we talk about the exercise, nutrition, anything that you've never done before, there's three. When I look at it, there's four phrases. All the things I've done before in the years, whether I've done it myself or worked with people that have done it, or in my profession seen people. There's 4 levels. Number 1, so you have to have knowledge of what you want to do. Say I want to endeavor in. I want to learn how to play pickleball. Let's just say for fun. So if you want to learn how to play pickleball, you have to have a knowledge of kind of the game. Like, is it inside, outside? Like, what does it take? Do I have the ability to do it? Can I move around a court? Blah, blah, blah. So when you have to have general knowledge of what it is. You don't have to be good at it. You have to learn knowledge. You have to learn the game, basically. And that comes with on-the-field practice, which I understand. But say if you want to learn how to swim, you have to be like, okay, I have to learn how to swim. Okay, I need a pool. I need to have probably goggles. I need to have an ability to not drown. Like, those things all come into play. So then once you do it, once you start the activity, when I started swimming before an Ironman, like, I had no idea how to swim. I never swam in high school. I didn't know how to swim laps. I had no idea. I watched some YouTube videos. I got a feeling for it. I didn't have a choice. I already signed up for the race. So I'm like, okay. So I started actually right about a year ago in March. I couldn't swim 25 meters, which is basically, or yards even in our pool, was not a lap back and forth. It's one length. I could go one length of the pool, and I have to stop for 90 seconds, gasping for air and like dying. I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to do this. But I knew other people that have done it. So with that, I'm like, okay, I just have to keep doing this, and get better. And by the end of the race, I could go 4,000, which is like 2.5 hours of swimming continuously without stopping. So, but it took some practice. It took repetition. I was horrible at the beginning. It was awkward. It was scary. And all this stuff was going to happen with anything that you want to do, whether it's a diet, whether it's changing like a stress reduction technique, whether you're trying to change a schedule. It's awkward, but you have to have an awareness that you want to do it and a knowledge of like what I'm going to do, and then you're going to do it. And with repetition, after repetition, enough becomes mastery to a level. Like you can gain accomplishments through the ability to go run 10 miles. Okay, say you never ran before, and I run a 5K, 3.1 miles, or 10K, like 12.5 miles. With that becomes a mastery within that one aspect. But can you do that can you become a runner for the next 50 years? There's a level once you get adept at the skill of the one thing that we'll do here in the next 6 weeks. I want to encourage you that over the next 6 years, you'll get better. There's things you'll find out there's little nuances to each little aspect of whatever activity you do that takes a little added level of skill. And if you don't do that, that's when people get injured. That's when people give up. That's when people kind of hit a plateau because they haven't got over the next hump. And some of it is equipment, some of it is technique, some of it's diet, all those other aspects we'll get into. But the 4 things I want to be, again, you want to have knowledge of what you're going to do. You have to have some sort of knowledge. Then you have to have repetition. We're all going to be bad at whatever we haven't done before. We're going to be bad, but that's okay. And then after that, you're going to get mastery. At least you have the ability to say, hey, I can do this. Okay. Then if you want to continue to do this, I call it mastery 2, is where you really become the nuance of like how you really want to become not a professional, but like what is called like an age group professional. Like we're not pros, but if you want to become a runner for the rest of your life, if you never ran, there's certain things that you'll learn over the first 2 months that will carry you on for the next 20 years. So those 4 aspects that we're gonna hamper over the next 6 weeks, especially when you learn a new skill. So whatever you do, don't say I can't never do it because I can never do it before. Like it's not acceptable here. You can say I don't know what to do because I don't have the knowledge to get started, and that's totally fair. And then we're going to give you the knowledge, and then when the knowledge comes, you'll take some repetition, and through the repetition, you'll have some confidence, and eventually you'll have a mastery of the skill without being injured. And then if you want to continue that long term, it's mastery 2, which is basically all the things that allow you to do this for a long time. So A, you enjoy it, B, you don't get hurt, and 3, you improve. So those are the 4 aspects of the battle plan for a new exercise. Looking forward to seeing how we do.